Hi Stampers, welcome to my craft room. Today I want to show you a new technique that I think I might have invented in my sleep last night. I had a dream about how to do this and woke up and went ahead and made a card just to show you what we'll be doing. I'm calling this Acetate Effects because we're going to use both acetate and crystal effects to create this. You can use either acetate, or if you want, you can also use transparencies that you use for your computer. If you're using inkjet transparencies, there's a rough side and a smooth side, and I suggest you use the smooth side for this technique. So I'm going to use two pieces. You can cut the pieces to whatever size you want for your finished project, or you can do a larger piece and then cut it down to different sizes. If you don't like getting inky fingers like I have, you will want to put on some gloves for this, but I like inky fingers. Super simple technique. What we're going to do is just take some crystal effects, and you're also going to take some of your regular reinkers. For this project, I'm going to use Dusty Durango and More Mustard, the classic inks. And what you're going to do is take your crystal effects first, and again on the shiny side you're going to randomly put some crystal effects on there, and you can put a lot, a little. We'll be able to add more a little bit later as well. So just a bunch of crystal effects, and then what you're going to do is just take your reinkers and we're going to put a little bit of ink. Just drop a couple drops of ink around onto this acetate. What's really cool, and I imagine this will be another great look, is if you drop it just on the lines of crystal effects, it kind of follows those lines, which is kind of neat too. So I'm sure you'll be able to take this technique and create all kinds of fun things with it. But just to get you started, all you want to do is drop some reinker. You're going to take the smooth side of your second piece of transparency, and the technical term of this is mush. Right? You're going to mush these two together. You can use your fingers to kind of move it around and move that ink around. And again, you want to have a scrap piece of paper underneath. As you can see, some of this is going to seep out beyond the edges. So just smush it around however much you want. It's looking really pretty, almost like a sunset. And then you can lift it up. I like all the different cool lines this leaves. You can also then go ahead to the places where it didn't get smushed and smush a little bit more and pick it up. You get the idea. As creative as you want to be. That looks really cool. You get this striated effect. But again, just smush and lift and smush and lift. Again, if you want to add more ink, you can. If you want to add a little bit more crystal effects, you can. Just remember, the more crystal effects you add, the longer it's going to take to dry. And then once you are kind of satisfied with the look you've gotten, and I could play with this for hours, I think. Look, if you pull these, you're going to get a much smoother effect. If you kind of put it down and then pull up, you're going to get a much different looking effect on your surface. So you can play around with that for as much as you want. And then you're just going to set these aside to dry. And they'll need to dry for a while depending on how much crystal effects you used. Again, just to show you a couple finished and dry pieces, this is the effect that you get. It's clear, but when you put it up against the white, it really pops. Here's an example of one where I used some turquoise and some green. I also want to show you what's fun. What you can do is actually stamp an image on a white, whisper white piece of cardstock and then place this almost like a gel like they use in the theater, those lighting gels, right over across the top of it, and your image is going to come right through. You can also, I'm sure, sprinkle some crystal or sprinkle some dazzling diamonds on here, or even some glitter to give this some additional pop. So that's the new technique for today. Again, I call it Acetate Effects. I hope you like it and would love to see some of your creations. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.